everyone, welcome back to Benindika. My name is Aline and here we shared food, travel and local experience to help you plan your next adventure. Today we are taking you on a weekend road trip from Barrie to Ottawa, and let me tell you, we picked one of the coldest days of the year for this trip. So put on your sweaters, grab a warm drink and let's go. Ottawa is the capital of Canada and is located in Ontario, right on the border with Quebec. It's home to Canada's government buildings, embassies, and historical landmarks. With a population of over 1 million people, it's the country's fourth largest city. One cool fact, Ottawa is one of the coldest capitals in the world, so winter here is no joke. We hit the road on Friday afternoon and arrived in Ottawa around 10 p.m. Since we only had a couple of days in the city, we decided to explore the area near our hotel. We found a cozy pub called Sir John A, which offers around 50 craft beers on tap. We kicked off the weekend with some classic Canadian food, a poutine, but this one was a Philly beef poutine topped with steak, onions and green peppers, and also a pulled pork sandwich loaded with onions, cheddar and guacamole. Great food, great drinks, perfect way to start a trip. Since it was freezing outside, we started our day with indoor activities, and our first stop was the Canadian Museum of Nature. This museum is all about Canada's natural history, and it's located inside a beautiful historic building that looks like a castle. One of our favorite exhibits was the Fossil Gallery. This area features more than 30 complete skeletons, hundreds of fossils, and life-sized dinosaur models. Over 80% of the specimens here are real, including a complete Daspletosaurus torosus, a close relative of the T-Rex. They are working on a newly discovered species. There was an actual dinosaur bone that we could touch, and we even saw a fossilized dinosaur poop. We also found a Velociraptor skeleton, which is where the Toronto Raptors basketball team get its name from. And at the end of the gallery, there are 7 life-size dinosaurs, which makes a perfect photo spot. We visited the Arctic Gallery, which showcases climate, geography, and First Nations perspective on the Arctic region. We saw a polar bear, a caribou, and a muskox, plus an enormous bowhead whale skull and life-sized models of belugas and narwhals hanging from the ceiling. The Birds Gallery was another fun stop, featuring over 450 species of bird. We even spotted a blue jay, which is the inspiration for the Toronto Blue Jays baseball team. The Earth Gallery had an incredible display of over 1,000 minerals and rocks, including an actual moon rock collected during the Apollo 17 mission in 1972, the last time humans walked on the moon. In the Water Gallery, we saw a massive blue whale skeleton, the largest animal to ever live. Finally, the Mammal Gallery featured grizzly bears, wolverines, moose, bison, and caribou, showcasing the diverse wildlife of Canada's wilderness. And this was our experience here in the Canadian Museum of Nature. We easily could be here for around 4 hours, 5 hours, exploring every detail, every one of the floors with exhibitions. But we are here for a short time, so we had to rush in the end. But it was amazing. We love nature museums, and this is one to put on your list, especially in the winter. After the museum, it was time to eat. ByWard Market is one of Ottawa's oldest and most famous districts. It's packed with restaurants, cafes, and local shops, and is also where you'll find the iconic Ottawa sign, perfect for photos. We stopped at Lower Town Brewery, where we had pulled pork arancini and a gnocchi poutine with pulled pork. And honestly, this was one of the best brewery menus we ever had.
I couldn't agree more. We were talking about the food. This is definitely one of the best brewery foods that we had. We love to go to breweries and eat, and I think this menu, this winter festival menu, has something different on it. It's not the regular stuff that we are usually eating in pubs and breweries. So yeah, if you're here during this month of January and February, try this menu. Otherwise, their menu, the regular menu, is also big. If you're near to ByWard Market, come here.
After that, we walked around and found an Italian market called La Bodega Nicastro. This family-owned shop has been selling Italian fine food since 1972 and is a great place to pick up fresh pasta, olive oils, and gourmet cheese.
We found an Italian market right in front of the ByWard Mall. The name is La Bodega, and one of the advantages of coming here traveling with a car, like driving, is that you can bring everything home. I love fresh pasta, so we will bring some of these. They also have sauces like tomato sauce, rosé sauce, everything that we have so far. 2 sauces, one is rosé, the other one is bolognese, 2 burratas, 2 fresh pastas, linguine, we love this, tiramisu, and pizza dough.
Before heading to our next stop, we grabbed dinner at La Mienne, a noodle restaurant where they make fresh hand-pulled noodles right in front of you. The broth was rich and flavorful, and it was exactly what we needed to warm up in this cold weather. After exploring ByWard Market, it was time for the big event of the night, our first NHL hockey game. We had tickets for the Ottawa Senators against Minnesota Wild at the Canadian Tire Center, which is about 25 kilometers from downtown Ottawa. Public transit to the arena isn't the most convenient, so if you're going, make sure to plan ahead. It was a Star Wars Night Appreciation Day at the game, which we didn't even know about it. The arena was full of red lightsabers which made for an amazing atmosphere. Seeing a hockey game in person was such a different experience. The puck moves so fast, but it's actually easier to follow in real life than on TV. There's also live music during intermissions, which adds to the energy. The Senator won 6-0, so we are hoping to bring this luck to our team, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Good morning! Today is our last day in Ottawa. As you know, we came on Friday, so we spent all day yesterday exploring the city, and then today we came to another museum. This is the Canadian Museum of History. It's not in Ottawa, it's in Gatineau, which is the first city from Quebec, and it's 10 minutes from our hotel and from downtown Ottawa. It's super close, so if you go to Ottawa, we definitely recommend to come here to Quebec just to visit other museums here in the region.
On Sunday morning, we made one last stop before heading home, the Canadian Museum of History. This museum is located in Gatineau, Quebec, just across the river from Ottawa, and it's one of the most visited museums in Canada. One of the highlights was the First Peoples Hall, which showcased the history, culture, and traditions of Indigenous people in Canada. We were lucky to catch a powwow, a traditional Indigenous gathering featuring music, dance, and ceremonial customs. We also visited 2 smaller exhibits, one dedicated to Canada Post stamps, showcasing rare and historical stamps, and another one about the Olympic torches, where we even found the Rio 2016 Olympic torch. Finally, we explored the Canadian History Hall, which walks you through Canada's entire history from its time as a British and French colony to its independence in 1982 and the country we know today. Our adventure through Ottawa. We spent here a lovely weekend. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like, give your thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next adventure. Ciao!